Bonjour madame, monsieur, 10h03 au studio de Stars FM Radio Télévision. Nous comptons pour nous ensemble avec vous pour que nous puissions présenter au bulletin de nouvelles ça. En attendant que vous jeune Borariki pour la page sportive mais concernant le basketball particulièrement dont il va parler et que on nous garde rapidement quelques informations qui dominent l'actualité à les prendre mon petit temps pour me capable de venir jeune là parce que un peu de émotion. Si vous permettez-moi, nous disons li, les n'a gardé un teenager qui gagne seulement 14 l'année, qui risque parce que passer toute ville dans prison. Sinon, il est capable de gagner peine de mort. C'est parce que à son âge, qu'on y a là, il n'a pas parlé de peine de mort parce qu'il a 14 ans. Ce sont juvéniles que lié. Il est en prison, mais la justice américaine dans l'État de Georgia comptait charger Cold Gray as an adult pour Zach qu'il commet avant-hier là dans Appalachian High School dans l'État Georgia. Dans l'occasion, Cold Gray li tué 4 moun, 2 camarades étudiants dans niveau high school là. 2 professeurs, yon là aussi également un coach assistant équipe football l'école là. Et puis il blessé 9 autres. Au total 13 victimes, 9 à l'hôpital, 4 à la morgue. Et hier également, il a procédé à arrestation papale qui c'est Colin Gray parce que c'est lui-même qui t'a acheté ZAM by Colt pour 14e anniversaire. Gift que papa te bali. C'était yon gun. That how he chose as a father to celebrate his son 14th birthday. Are you kidding me? Are you serious as a father? That the best gift, not a Bible, not a book, not a computer, not the cameras, none of those, not a Bible, let me repeat it. That's hard. That's the way. That's the gift you can offer to your son. Already in trouble with la police. 1 year before, some police officers came to your home asking you a lot of questions regarding your son, what he's doing. And then, almost 1 year later, the best gift that you can offer to this guy is a gun. And look at what happened. He chose to kill some people with that gun. That's the reason why yourself, you're getting in trouble now, being in jail. Probably you will spend not only your life, even after death, this guy could be in jail. I don't know if I'm saying it well, even after death, pardon me. Because for 180 years, it could be sentencing for 180 years. Whose own behalf he is able to live 180 years? You already 54 years. Can somebody help me? Can somebody help me? It wasn't easy for me. I was crying in the studio. They are not my family members. The guy is not my son. He's not my nephew. He's not my brother. But that's killing me. That's killing me. And this guy, I see my two sons. One of my sons just turning 24 years. I cannot imagine somebody gonna call me, JJ is at school, he has a problem. I cannot imagine they're gonna call me to say, Mr. Pride, you have any at school, he has a problem. There's a shooting at school. I do not even know if I will be able to see my son again. That's killing me. To see a young guy sitting in a court, 14 years old. What happened to you as a father? What is wrong with you? Why? I'm asking why. I keep asking that question, why? I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, Lord. I don't know. I don't know how to express myself. Denye garçon nan pi grand longtemps passé, monsieur. Un petit moun 14 ans. 14 ans. La ville finit là. La ville finit là parce que les juges comme adultes, ils sont capables d'appliquer peine de mort en ce qui le concerne. Qui ça dit ou? Qui ça dit ou? Qui ça crivé pour choisir pour acheter une zam et pas n'importe un rifle? I am 15, I believe. Like une zam de guerre. La police, c'est pas n'importe officier de police qui gagne. Son zam qui pour service militaire, selon monde qui gagne connaissance dans le domaine non. C'est ça au choisi. I'm sorry guys, I came to present the bulletin, but as I told you, I was shocked. Par contre, qui ça vous me dit? Demandez-nous pardon parce que émotion qui traverse maintenant, m'a pensé à petite moi. Et chaque fois que moi bagay ça arrive dans l'école particulièrement, les bouleverser moi parce que toutes amis, toute famille mio, tout le monde que me connaît l'église, travail, yo tout monté dans la tête moi. Ou ka di m crazy, I don't know how you're gonna judge me. It's about you, that's your business, the way that you're gonna take it. I don't know how you're gonna take it. Même pas c'est avec tout le monde que m'gen foot avec yo qui gen petite kal l'école, qui gon ti moun tout qui gen zami ou pas jamais connaît, fréquentation qui ça qui au capoter en termes de résultats. And that the reason why I'm telling you, I go crazy for those that are choosing to stay at school, to go to church, to work, respect others. I'm going crazy for them. I'm going crazy for them. That's me. Parce que me connais c'est pas un bagage qui facile. It's not easy. It's not. It's not, guys. I'm sorry, but that's me. That's me. Un petit moun seulement 14 ans, à peine, turning 14 years old. His life now is in jeopardy. Oh Lord, that's all I can say. Call upon of you to do something. Call upon of you guys to do something. Brother Iki, I'm sorry, man. Time is yours, the mic is yours, so you can come sit down over here. I'm gonna run away, so give you the opportunity to do your show. Donc, bon Ricky, que me parler en pile de lui ici, hein, monsieur, ses petites frères et sœurs hibernales, son petit garçon lié pour moi tout, comme ça me dit là. C'était comme d'adou où est Dieu m'a vu chita là ensemble avec moi. Donne-moi bien content que monsieur a fait chose ça ici, hein, dans l'école. Excusez-moi, à l'école communication. Et me souhaiter que, comme moi souvent dit ici, je me ouais que petite nous yo vini, yo gen de grands dans la communauté, ingénieur, avocat, docteur, journaliste, you name it. OK, and then moi souhaiter que bon Dieu a passé avec Ricky, rêve li a objectif qu'il gagne, il va atteindre, il va accomplir, il tourne en réalité. Et pourquoi pas pour me parler de travail avec monsieur ESPN yo. T'as senti que je suis plus content toujours. Et même si son télévision locale que je présenté, m'a bien content en attendant que les jeunes équipes ESPN non. Et m'a plus bien content, m'a caché dit non m'a bien content. So zami ça qu'après le nan li pas branché pistas. Est-ce que son bagage que le dit moi ou bien c'est le moi si c'est un bagage que vous voulez dire moi gen l'autre numéro que vous connaissez ou capable relé mon téléphone là même là. Et mais 396 33 42 ali occupé. OK, so ou carré sur l'autre numéro de téléphone dans son bagage que vous voulez dire moi. On va que m'aller parce que me parle pas de qui le assez lié déjà moi mettre là où est même. OK. Moi salut nous m'a retourné parce que je dis m'a parlé avec nous même si nous que ça arrive comme ça. M'a retourné après Borderie qui m'a venu parler de sujet ça qui prend ma cœur pas caché de nous et que m'a passé un petit temps ensemble avec nous jusqu'à ce que nous remettre émission devant le trône, nous remettre le pour devant le trône, m'a passé temps ensemble avec nous. Borderie qui come over here, my boy. It is my pleasure to see you today. So come to do your show. Okay. I'm sorry, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you have already heard from Brother John himself, think about it this way. We are living in some horrifying times right now. You could understand that the way that things are, it doesn't seem like it's going to get any easier or any better. Right, the times that we are living in right now, it doesn't seem like they're going to get any easier or any better, but these are the times that we're living in right now. That's just how it is. That's just what we're going through right now. The times that we're living in as we speak are not going to get any better. Right? It's even mentioned in the Bible, you know, as the Lord seems to be getting closer and closer to coming back again. Things will not be better, or things will not be easier, you know, until Jesus comes back to receive us. All these things are mentioned in the Bible. It's very, very, very hard to realize that somebody as young as 14 years old, right? Somebody that's 14, you know, at this point, to think about it now, at this point, you really can't be, how can I say this, as surprised, because there's no limit to what we as humans are capable of. I'm gonna just leave it there flat. There's no, there's nothing that you can, there's nothing that can surprise you to the extent that humans are capable of carrying out, or humans are capable of doing. You know, you hear a lot of things, you see a lot of things, you've experienced a lot of things from other people that just makes you less surprised. You know, it makes you less shocked, but it still can't go through my head completely that, you know, somebody that's as young as 14, Think about that. 14, who's able to carry out something as, horrifying as this. We're already now into the second month, right? Second month of the school year, right? The school year started, the school semester has started for most of us on August. We're now getting into the second month of school beginning, which is September. And we already are being introduced to another school shooting. Just now getting into the school semester. Literally just started. We're already getting locked in to another school shooting, which has cost 4 people their lives. Like, there's no place, like, this is something that a lot of us must realize. We have to realize this, right? There is no place in this world where we are truly safe. We would hope that the institutions that we send our children to, the schools that we send our children to, we would hope that it would be a safe place for them to attend while they are learning, right? These are things that we would hope, right, for our children as they go to school, because they're not with us every single time of the day. They're in the care of somebody else, and we would hope and expect that they're being well taken care of and protected until you are one of those victims that has to receive that phone call to know that your son or your daughter or someone that's close to you that you love has now passed away because of a school shooting. I don't know how I would feel. Me personally, I have family myself. I have sisters. I have cousins that go to school, right? I have, friends, people that I know that go to school, right? And these are people that I think about, really. These are people that I think about when I hear about stuff like this happening. These are scary times that we're living in, and it is so, so horrifying, especially for the victims who have to go through realizing that they've lost their child, or realizing that they've lost their friend, sister, brother, husband, wife, whoever. This is very, very, very horrifying. When I first heard about this, it took me back, because it's like we literally just started the school semester. Literally just a month ago in August. We're now in September now. Second month, already another school shooting. Nowhere in this world are we safe. This is why, excuse me. This is why one of the things that I love to point out is that because we understand that nowhere in this world is truly safe, even your own homes, you aren't really truly safe in your own homes. But this is why I point out that anywhere you go, the minute you wake up out of your own bed, that you take the time to get on your knees, pray, ask for God to be with you. Wherever you go, it doesn't matter what it is, where you're going, what activity you're doing, every part and every aspect of your life, the minute you wake up out of that bed or the minute that you leave your home, you ask God to be with you. Wherever, doesn't matter where you are, what you're doing. Pray. Take the time to pray to God. Ask Him to be with you. Ask Him to cover you, and not just you, but cover your entire family through all your activities, through all your ventures, wherever. You ask God, please be with me. Take control. Whatever I'm doing, be with me. Because again, as I've stated to you before, there is nowhere, absolutely nowhere in this world where you can ever be safe unless you're with God. Period. There's nowhere in this world where you can ever be safe unless it's with God. You must always learn and always remember to pray every single time we wake up or we leave the house. That's it. Because now, as we see it with our very own eyes, No school can protect you. No workplace can protect you. Your own home can't protect you. No one, even the first responders, their job is to protect you, but really no one can protect you. No one else can protect you except for God. Yes, you have your first responders as police officers who may be standing by in school zones or in workplaces or in universities or wherever the case may be. But really, no one can really protect you. The only one that can be your protector, the only one that can be there to protect you is God. Plain and simple. Please, people, please, you must remember to always, always pray. Always ask God to be with you wherever you go, whatever the situation is, whatever the circumstance. Always ask God to be a part of your life. Always invite him wherever it is and whatever you do. Please, please, please keep that in mind. With that being said, I would like to start the show with giving you all of our news regarding the NFL, as last night the first opening game for the NFL has kicked off with the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens. First game of the season having a kickoff last night between these two teams, with the defending champions of the Super Bowl, the Kansas City Chiefs, facing off against the Ravens. Now, throughout that game, it seemed to have been a close match, but it was a 7-point deficit, with Chiefs coming out on top with 27 and the Baltimore Ravens coming in with 20 to end the game. And so for Patrick Mahomes, as we may all understand and all realize, is the star of the show. This man came out and he did not disappoint. This man threw 291 yards, setting the standard for the team with, I believe, 1 touchdown. And then Lamar Jackson for the Baltimore Ravens came in with 273 passing yards for the team, coming in with 122 rushing yards for the Baltimore Ravens. Now, these two individuals are what you might see as the pinnacle of their group, of their team. You know, the stars and how would I put this? The stars and the front runners for each team. We understand this. We all are capable of what Patrick Mahomes can do, right? We've seen we've seen this man play throughout the entirety of his football career, right? But specifically for the Super Bowl appearances that he's had for his last two, this man is giving people the idea, especially with the conclusion of this game that happened last night between the Chiefs and the Ravens. It's giving people the idea, that there might be a chance or possibility for a three-peat. Think about that. This might be another opportunity and a possible chance for a three-peat. Granted, yes, this is just the start of the season. This is just one game. We're just starting the season off, right? But, you know, it's going to give people the notch or the understanding that this can possibly be another three-peat for the Chiefs. Like, we're all thinking right now, like, who can possibly be a contending team that can put a stop to the Kansas City Chiefs on their way for another Super Bowl championship? What are your thoughts? Do you guys have any idea what team? Some people might say, no, I don't want to say the Miami Dolphins. I mean, I do hear some people saying the Dolphins could be a possible contender. I'm not saying that, but I'm noticing that some other people are bringing that up, bringing that idea that the Dolphins could be a possible contender. Some people bring up the Eagles, could be a possible contender. Granted, they did lose against the Kansas City Chiefs before beating the 76ers in the last Super Bowl championship run. But people are saying the Eagles could be a contender. Maybe the New England Patriots. I don't know. I want to know your guys' thoughts. I want to know your guys' opinions on who or what team that you guys think could be possible contenders to stopping the Kansas City Chiefs and getting another Super Bowl. I want to know your guys' thoughts on that, but these are just, infos, a little birdie told me this or a little birdie told me that. These are just things that I'm getting from outside sources. But you guys let me know your opinions on who you think can put a stop to Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs from winning another NFL Super Bowl championship. I personally think that they could possibly, get another run. Again, I think I have heard that no team in the NFL has ever gone for a three-peat. 3 championships in a row. I don't think that's ever been heard of. I might be wrong, but yeah, if not, then this probably could be the first time this ever happened with any franchise team in NFL history. So keep an eye out for that for sure, because that could be something, or that could be a huge sight to see for all NFL fans. And for the next game that is going to be taking place on, I believe, tonight. Yes, tonight. It will be, I believe this is the second tip-off for the NFL season, which will be the two teams going up against each other, which will be the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, as I brought it before, the Philadelphia Eagles have recently been Super Bowl contenders going up, or that went up against the Kansas City Chiefs, right? And now, seeing how that all went down, with the Philadelphia Eagles losing to the Kansas City Chiefs, who knows? This could be a chance for Jalen Hurts and the entire squad to make it back into the Super Bowl championships for next year, going up against, who knows? It could be the Kansas City Chiefs if they make it back to the Super Bowl championships again. We don't know, or it could be for a completely separate different team. We don't know for sure. The NFL season literally just started last night, so we'll just have to keep an eye out for that. But for tonight's game with the Green Bay Packers going up against the Philadelphia Eagles, I for one am excited to see what Jalen Hurts is going to bring to this game, right? His entire career, Jalen Hurts has had 23 touchdowns, right? 3,858 yards and 15 interceptions. This kind of looks like ODJ to me. No, OBJ. Odell Beckham Jr. Yeah, this kind of looks like OBJ to me, right? 15 interceptions, 1 arm catches. I mean, I'm not saying that that's what Jalen Hurts is doing. He probably could be doing that. I don't know. But 15 interceptions, it sounds really good, at least to me. I'm trying to get into the feel of the football world myself. But 15 interceptions, 23 touchdowns, and 3,858 yards throughout the entirety of his career so far. It looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, this looks pretty good to me. So you guys got to keep an eye out for this man for tonight's game going up against the Packers. And then we have for the Packers, Jay Love, right? With his entirety of his NFL career, this man has had 32 touchdowns, 4,159 yards, and 11 interceptions. let me read those numbers to you again. 32 touchdowns, 4,159 yards, and 11 touchdowns. Nothing short of great. Nothing short of amazing. Nothing short of spectacular. These two individuals here playing for their respective teams, they have a show for you guys tonight. I personally think that these guys have a show for you tonight, and these guys are planning to put out a show for you tonight, because the numbers that I'm seeing with these guys, they're not chump numbers. They're not rookie numbers. They're not lazy numbers. These guys are putting up stats on the board, putting up stats in their book, And I, for one, think that if not both, one of these players are definitely going to the Hall of Fame. This is me. This is my personal take, you know, because, again, these guys are very talented individuals. And I, for one, cannot wait to watch the highlights because I think it's I think all games are being, no, not all, maybe not all games, but most games are being streamed on Peacock. I'm watching the highlights. I just got done watching the highlights for the Kansas City Chiefs going up against the Baltimore Ravens last night. Because, again, I'm trying to get into the feel of the football world, the football, you know, fantasy football and all that. But I'm keeping tabs on highlights all over YouTube. So if you guys are watching the games live on Peacock or, whatever streaming channel, keep up to date with these games because these games are going to be exciting games to see. I, for one, as well, am excited to see the rookies that have just been drafted into the NFL this year. Well, for one, we have the number 1 draft pick for the NFL, Caleb Williams. I'm excited to see what this guy's going to do. For real, this man, Caleb Williams, being drafted number 1 in the NFL, going to the Chicago Bears. I want to see what this guy can do. Already, I think I brought this up on the last show, last Friday, about, you know, his playing style and how he's played well into the preseason of the NFL, right? I brought up before that he's averaged 8.5 yards. Again, for a rookie, you know, he's just getting into the league now. But 8.5 yards, you know, per attempt, you know, showing out for the Bears. These are some pretty good, you know, confident numbers for the Bears to continue to play him into the regular season. So I'm excited to see this guy. I want to see what Caleb Williams can do, along with all the other draft picks in the NFL. I want to see what these guys can do because these guys, you know, look like they're showing promise. You know, they look like they're showing promise, talent, because, again, I think I brought this up last show as well. To play in the NFL, you got to have a lot of confidence. You really do. You got to have confidence. You got to have grit. You got to have that mean beast in you, because this isn't some kids sports or, you know, some baby sports, or, you know, you're playing some flag football and, you know, people are just tapping you or just pulling flags off of you. No, this is a big man sport. This is a sport that could get you ended up in like L'Hôpital, in like Bethesda. I'm talking hospitals all over the country. This is big man sport. So these new guys that are coming into the league, they got to come in with that confidence and all, grit, determination, dedication. They got to come with that drive to make it happen. So again, I'm excited to see these guys play in this upcoming season, regular season, and yeah, keep in touch with that. Again, tonight's game is going to be between the Green Bay Packers going up against the Philadelphia Eagles. So keep watch out for that. All right. Now we're going to move on to the WNBA because, you know, the NBA has not started yet. But with the WNBA, I'm going to keep this short and simple. Caitlin Clark is going to win Rookie of the Year. I said it. And I don't think anybody that's listening right now, anybody that's listening to me as we speak right now, I don't think anybody would disagree with that statement. Caitlin Clark is going to definitely win Rookie of the Year. I'm sorry, but I'm also not sorry at the same time. This girl is talented. This is her second, if I'm not mistaken, this is her second triple-double already into her rookie season. Ladies and gentlemen, this is her second triple-double. She's already a phenomenal shooter, as we already know. Three-point shooter, I think she's learning from Stephen Curry herself. Stephen Curry, you might as well just say it, Stephen Curry is her coach. She's shooting threes from all over the court. You talking perimeter sides, talking logo shots, wherever. She's shooting threes like nothing. Her assist game is crazy out the park. I don't know if Chris Paul is teaching her that, but her assist game is on point. Her shooting game on point. This girl had, and this was, I believe, last night's game going up against the LA Sparks. because they defeated the Sparks. It was 93-86. That was last night's game that the Indiana Fever had against the LA Sparks. And she had a triple-double during that game, and her points were exactly 24 points, 10 assists, and 10 rebounds. Now, for somebody that's her height, because she stands at 6 foot right now, as somebody that's at her height, 6 foot, going for 10 rebounds, it would seem, for her, it would seem good to be at like 6 rebounds, 7 rebounds maybe, but she made 10 rebounds, something that you expect your centers to be taking care of. 10 rebounds is crazy work, especially for someone like Caitlin Clark. That's very talented of her. 10 rebounds, 10 assists, and 24 points. Listen, man, I'm going to say this again. She's definitely getting Rookie of the Year. At this point, I really don't care what anybody else says. She's definitely getting Rookie of the Year. I might be a bit optimistic saying this too, but she's going to get, I think personally, that she might get MVP. I might be a bit optimistic here. Again, I know it sounds crazy. She is just a rookie. But MVP looking like it's going to be, put on her resume as well. But definitely for sure she's going to be Rookie of the Year. I'm calling it. I'm calling the shots. I'm calling it right now. Caitlin Clark is going to get Rookie of the Year. No doubt about it. But, so the season is still going on for the WNBA. So keep watch for Caitlin Clark. Keep watch for Caitlin Clark, because in my opinion, I think ever since these rookies have made it into the league, I'm talking Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Cameron Brink, but now knowing that Cameron Brink is completely out for the entirety of the regular season due to an injury, but ever since these players has set foot into the WNBA, I think everything has changed for them. Like, literally. Ever since, especially Caitlin Clark, ever since she has set foot into the facility of the Indiana Fever, they've gotten more views, more people at their seat, right? More viewership, more money coming in. I think these girls are now setting the standard for the WNBA. And I, for one, I'm excited for that. And I think they deserve it. They've really deserved it now, because they've I'm not saying that the women that are on the team now aren't, making any traction, right? But these new rookies that are coming in, they're setting the standard, man. And with their talent, the talent that they're coming into the league with now, a lot of people are watching. They're garnering a lot of attention, catching the attention of a lot of eyes from around the world just to see these young individuals play. So I, for one, am glad to hear that. I'm glad to see it, and I'm glad to see what's to come into the future for these young individuals that are coming into the league for the WNBA. So shout out to Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, and all the new rookies that got into the league. And I'm excited to see what's gonna come of the entirety of their career, especially Caitlin Clark. So keep watch for that. So for those of you that may not know, right, I am officially working alongside, and this is for a class as well, I'm working alongside ESPN, right, making films for all sporting events, soccer, volleyball, football, basketball. Right now, me personally, I'm covering soccer, football, and I will also be covering basketball, working alongside ESPN. But this is only just a stepping stone as to what I'm trying to accomplish as I finish graduating out of college. Because really, I want to be, for those of you that do not know me, I want to continue to be a part of the sporting industry well into my career once I finish graduating out of college, right? I specifically want to be sitting behind the camera. Well, not behind the camera, in front of the camera, right? Or behind the camera too, but specifically for sports commentating. And it's specifically for the goal is specifically to do this for the NBA. Now, I could do this for other sports as well, but knowing that I love playing basketball and I love everything about basketball, this is the goal for me, and so this is the opportunity that I'm taking right now. FAU will be having their first football game tomorrow at around 12 p.m., so I will be covering this game as well. And for those of you that are into football, I bring this up for you to stay tuned to this game that will be happening tomorrow. And it will be the FAU's first match going up against the Army, I believe. I'm not exactly familiar what their entire group will be like. But, yeah, stay in tune for that game. Stay in tune for the football season because, like FAU, the NFL season will also be, or the NFL season has also started, around this time. So, yeah, stay tuned for these games. And, stay tuned for these games. And I'm willing to see, I'm expecting to see your guys' predictions on what the outcome of these sporting events will come to a conclusion with at the end of the season, especially for the NFL. Who do you think will come out on top for this year's NFL Super Bowl? And who do you think will be front runners for these teams making it down there, all right? I will leave off with a Bible verse as well for you. Because I want to leave off with the Bible verse after every show. Just to leave you off with a little bit of wisdom, not from me, right? This isn't wisdom from me. This is wisdom from the Bible. Wisdom from the Lord. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay. So, here's a Bible verse that I want to leave off with you right before I leave. I see Soeur Zila leaving a message. Hello, Soeur Zila. Thank you for watching the show. I love you. Thank you for your support. And, yeah, man. I'm doing my best out here. I'm doing my best. So I'll leave off with this Bible verse for you, and it comes from Isaiah chapter 41, verses 10. Isaiah chapter 41, verses 10. And it reads, "So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." Please, for all of you that's watching, allow me to read this for you once again, right? And it reads, "So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." So, ladies and gentlemen, we've just spoken about what has taken place in a high school in Atlanta, Georgia, regarding the 4 individuals that has lost their lives, right? 2 students, 2 adults, right? All at the hands of a 14-year-old individual. As I have stated before, understand this. We already know that God he's omnipresent, right? We know that God is omnipresent. He is everywhere at all times. But we must still make it of importance that we always pray. We must pray to God and ask him to be with us. We already know that he's with us, but we want to ask him because we want him to. We want to make God know that we need him, because we do. We do need God in everything that we do. Anywhere that we go, we do need God. But we have to make it important, to make it a habit to always pray. We have to understand and realize the importance of prayer and asking God to be with us wherever we go. Because I said this before, nowhere in this world is safe. There's no place in this world that is safe. We cannot rely on, we cannot rely on everybody and anybody for protection. Not everybody can protect us, and not anybody can protect us. The only one that can protect us, the only one that can be with us wherever we go, because at some point, our friends must go, our parents must go, our siblings must go. But God will always be there, no matter the circumstances, no matter where we are, no matter what we do. He will always be there. He says this. So do not fear, for I am with you. That's what the Bible says. That's what he says. We must make it of importance to always pray. Every single day we get up out of our bed. Every single day we decide to leave our homes. We must always pray. Always ask God to be with us wherever we go and whatever we do. Ask God to cover you under the blood of Jesus. Ask God to cover your family under the blood of Jesus. Ask him of this. We have to ask him for these things, right? God may already know to be with us because he's always there, but we must always make it a habit to always ask him these things. And the only way to ask of these things is through prayer. Always remember this, guys. And whatever we do, wherever we go, we must always pray and ask God to assist us and be with us through any circumstances, right? Always, okay? So that's that for the show. Again, for all of you that may not know me, my name is Brother Ricky, here with you at Peace Stars Radio, the time now being 10:52. Remember, for those of you that do not know as well, my shows will not be on Saturdays because of my activities with school and everything. My shows will not be on Saturdays. They would now be on Friday mornings at around 10 a.m. So keep a lookout for that. And I will see you all again next Friday, here with you again, coming with more news regarding everything that has to do with sports. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys then. You have a good day.